Hey friends, let's play Dark Souls for like an hour or until we get bored, whichever one comes first. Not gonna go for anything in particular in this playthrough. Don't really feel like doing a challenge run of any sort. We're just gonna play, have a good time. I like this game a lot. This game can be quite chill when you just go through it, fuck about. Master Key kind of turns it into like a big old Metroidvania type experience, which is always fun. Anyway, this is Billy. You may have seen already, Billy's a thief. I like going with thief. It means you can have the black fire bombs, but you can also like have other things as well. In this case, I just picked the Divine Blessing for the sake of it. I don't know. What do people even talk about with this game? I feel like we've all played Dark Souls at least once. The bigger question is how much exposure you've had to the broader Souls series, because I myself am relatively new. I only got into these games... oh Christ, when was it? Well, it would have been during the second COVID lockdown, which for us here in the UK was like early 2021. So yeah, I got this game, played a lot of it in a very short period of time. Then my next ventures into the series were Elden Ring and Bloodborne. Get back here, you shit. I really, really like Bloodborne a lot. Elden Ring, I would say I mostly enjoyed, but it did outstay its welcome a little bit. That's partly my fault though, because the way I play games is very meticulous and like scouring on a first time through. So I did comb every square inch of the world in Elden Ring, which maybe that sucked some of the enjoyment out of it for me. Who can say? I also played Demon Souls fairly recently. Didn't like that one as much. But I don't know, it's fine. None of these games are bad. I couldn't give 1/3 of a fuck for the lore. Like, I could not care less for any of the backstory stuff. Apart from Bloodborne, that game had something going with its writing that I really appreciated. But this game, Elden Ring, pass. Not for me. I'm sure someone out there cares, but I'm not really into like typical medieval fantasy sort of things, so the setting's already like fighting an uphill battle for me, and yeah, the execution sometimes leaves something to be desired. Fucked up that parry, we're gonna ignore that. Hey, do something. Let me parry you. Or I could just backstab him. Which is probably easier. Alright, come on, Porky. Let's get you over and done with. But yeah, welcome to Dark Souls, which is a Demon Ass Simulator number 223. Why 223? Why not? I know, this is how you fight every boss in Dark Souls. You just bury your face in their ass cheeks and go to town. When I first played Bloodborne, I was really struggling with the first couple of bosses in that game because they actually have you, like, pay attention and care. Alright, what are we doing with this bloody character? Let's get... kind of just want to go full endurance, to be honest with you. Let's do the Graveyard Run, and then I guess we'll go down New Londo Ruins, get the Firekeeper Soul, all that rigmarole. There's like a little song and dance I usually do at the start of this game, just to kind of prepare for what's to come. Petrus, shut the fuck up. Does anyone like Petrus? Is there a single goddamn person out there who's like, wow, Petrus is my favourite character? He's not even fun in the, like, love-to-hate him sort of way, he's just a twat. But yeah, what sort of weapon do I want to invest in? That's a good question. I don't want to just go the usual, like, kill a Black Knight, hope for a good weapon, use that for the rest of the game approach. That's boring. That's what everyone does. Part of the reason why I picked the thief. No one ever picks the thief. Because it means you have to use a dagger. Although, to be honest with you, this dagger is actually quite good. Like, once you get over the non-existent range, having bleed this early on is very nice in its own way. Boop. So yeah, most likely going to die here. Doesn't really matter, only got the most microscopic amount of souls anyway, so who cares? As long as we get this Zweihander and the Caduceus shield and everything else. Am I saying that right, by the way? What does Caduceus even mean? Yeah, where's the Caduceus shield? Ah, yeah. There we go. The next question is, can we get back to the bonfire with 500 fucking skeletons chasing me? Answer, probably no. We'll see. Sometimes they let you. Most of the time they don't. Oh, nope, got away with that one. Okay, so New Londo runes. You know what? You know what, mate? We do have the Master Key. We could potentially go to Blighttown. I don't know what we'd achieve in Blighttown, but we could go. We could get the whip. Whip would be funny. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like we should do that. I think the whip could be a good time. I mean, it won't be a good time because the whip is absolute fucking garbage. But it will be funny. And you know, it's more important to me that something is funny as opposed to being good. There are lots of good weapons in this game. Are they funny? Most of the time, no. Yoink. It's honestly surprising how many enemies in this game you can kill just by, like, cherry tapping them off a cliff like that. Very funny. I have two driving forces in my life. The funny and the yummy. I do it for the funny, and I do it for the yummy. If it doesn't feed me or make me laugh, not interested. Now let's see if we can survive this bullshit, maybe? Please? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Got the Firekeeper soul, don't care. I love that Estus is just universally referred to as Sunny D. Brings back memories of an abusive childhood, where I was forced to sit down and drink Sunny D for hours on end. Because the TV said it's good for him. It's got vitamin C. And about 10 cups of sugar. Per glass. So most people are probably aware already, but this is the PS4 remaster I'm playing. Apparently the lighting in here was worse on the original release, which is horrifying for me because the lighting in this version is absolute dog shit, so what the hell did it look like originally? If this is the improvement. Man, I like this game. I love this game, actually. I'd say this is, like, low-key one of my favorite games ever. But, like, there's a lot wrong with Dark Souls 1. There's a lot wrong with this game. Everyone always talks about how the second half is kind of a mess, and yeah, it is, but even the first half, man, it's not a polished experience. I don't think I'd really want Dark Souls 1 to be polished, though. I kind of like it for how charmingly jank it is most of the time. Probably a good thing we picked up those Divine Blessings now, because at the very least I can cure 3 instances of Toxic if I get shot with... Oops, something just died. If I get shot by one of the stupid blowdart snipers. I'm not even going to try and fight these crabs, it's not worth it. It's also not really worth it to cure the poison, because, like, they're going to kill me in 2 hits anyway, so... what's the point? Oh, I just realized there's a fucking crab on the staircase as well, isn't there? Alright, let's lead him around. There are enough mosquitoes, Jesus Christ. Let's just put 500 bugs in this one area. It'll be hilarious. Oh, get off the ledge, you shit. And I got shot. As soon as I'm away from all this shit, then I can heal. Is that Blood Dart Sniper normally there, or did he fall off from one of the higher ledges? I have a funny feeling he might have fallen. I feel like he's normally on one of the little platforms overlooking the swamp. Not just like in a random corner on the balcony. Balcony, is that the correct word? I don't even know. Oh god, climb the ladder quick! Oh. But yeah, Blighttown is jank as hell. Stuff just happens here. The number of times I'm just walking around and an enemy like casually dies off in the distance. This area's a mess. I kinda love it though. Come on! Come on! I'm not going up there. As soon as I go up there, you're gonna hit me. Come on, buddy. Oh, okay. No. Please. Please do not. There we go. Okay. Take a moment to breathe. And continue. So the whip is like just on the other side of this ladder over here. Oh, something died. Told you. Not gonna worry about that guy for now then. Oh, one of the snipers died. Fucking hell. Okay, so the whip is down there. You want to like walk off at a slight angle. There's an enemy up that ladder as well. Don't know if he's gonna come down and join us. But yeah, there we go. That's how you get the whip. Is it worth it? No. It's a fucking awful weapon. But we'll use it for a bit. Oh yeah, there's that good shit. Let's just, yeah, vitality, fine, yeah. Okay, onwards. What's great is I think you can objectively say that the weapon I just put all that effort into getting is a complete downgrade from where we were already. I mean, the damage is technically higher. Whoa! You see that ragdoll just got launched. Very funny game. The whip is also a little bit slow, in case you haven't noticed. To the point where these guys actually attack faster than the two-handed swing. Also, you can't riposte with a whip, like, at all. You also can't backstab. So yeah, picking this up was a good use of time. I'm really glad we dedicated so much energy right at the start of the game to get this shithouse weapon. It probably won't be that bad. Oh, come on, it clanks against the wall. Really? How is it clanking? Oh, because he swings it, like, diagonally. Oh, that's so stupid. The damage is, like, okay. It's nothing that special, but, you know, it's fine. Oh, my God. Oh, it sucks about the clanking, though. That really sucks. Okay, for narrow corridors, we are definitely... Can I equip both? Yeah, I can equip both. Well, of course I knew I could equip both. I meant, can I equip both and still light roll? Get off. I love that you can knock an enemy off the platform and yet I somehow get hit for doing so. I know why, it's because when an enemy falls on you, they have like a collision hitbox, and that collision hitbox is active from the moment they start falling. So even if they fall like perpendicular to you, you still get hit by the collision box because it's like a one frame activation. Please do not. Ugh. I fucking love backstabs. So let's go for another one. And then immediately fuck it up. I'm so determined to use this whip now, just because I put so much effort into getting the bloody thing. Is it worth it? No, it isn't.
Was it worth it? No, it wasn't.
Hi, dragon. Bye, dragon. Say hi to Donkey for me. Fucking crossbow guy. One of the things I dislike the most about Demon's Souls is its obsession with fucking crossbow goons. That game has like such a hard-on for crossbows. It actually drives me insane. Fuck off. Don't survive on 1 HP, that's just insulting. Ugh. The amount of orgasmic glee I get from the backstab is slightly concerning, and probably something I should talk to my therapist about. Oh yeah! What do you reckon? Should we get Uchigatana? What do you think? Does this guy sell anything worth a shit? Like, at all? Oh, talisman. Don't really care, don't really care.
What a waste of time.
Oh, you're gonna get fucked now.
He's gone mad. Why me?
Yeah, say hi to Yulia for me. Is Yulia the name of the sword, or is this just like an unknown backstory character? Like whoever the hell Sen is. Sen of Sen's Fortress fame. Let's grab this thing. Where the hell am I going? Bonfire. Played this game like, what? 7, 8, 9 times? Still don't always necessarily know where I'm going. We'll go endurance, and fuck it, we'll go endurance again. It's just the type of person I am. I think Uchigatana's like 16 strength for a no, it's 14 strength to use one-handed. I often don't really bother with a shield in this game, but I like being able to single-hand things if I need to, because it means if there are like archers or something, then I still have the ability to defend myself against them. So, I don't know. If we do go Uchi, I'll probably invest a bit in strength, even though I don't particularly want to. I'll just backstab the motherfucker. How pixel perfect do you want me to be, Christ? It's always worth remembering in these games, you don't necessarily need to kill absolutely everything you come across. I know it feels correct too, because they're enemies and it's a video game, so violence is the only acceptable route. But technically speaking, you don't need to kill them. Usually advisable though. The less things you kill early on, the more you'll regret it later when you have to pay for level ups. Dick. Stop spazzing out. These guys over here have surprisingly good range. I've seen them shoot me from, like, the other side of the fucking level sometimes. Oh, what? What? What was that? I didn't even know you could fall down there. Oh, yeah. I hope at least one person out there is very uncomfortable every time I groan with the backstabs, because if I've made at least one person uncomfortable, then my life was worth living. It means I've affected the world. These guys can be surprisingly annoying if all three of them, like, latch onto you at once. You want to try and lure them out one at a time if possible. Totally failed that plunging attack. Oh, yeah. Speaking of plunging attack. Alright. Can we get the backstab on this guy? Be easy enough. Yeah, there we go. Feels good. Alright, come on, son. I'm not fighting you down there. I like to lead this guy over here because the slightly jank AI gets a bit confused by the staircase, so it makes life a lot easier. Nope. What the hell was that shit? Should take, what, another 2 backstabs? Okay. Oh, no, he's still alive, he's still alive. Come on. Come on, you know you want to do it. There we go. All is well in the world. Black Knight's shield. Nice. I never use blue tier stone, like, literally ever. Oh, we are medium rolling. I thought we were light rolling this entire time. I'm now only just noticing we've been medium rolling because that fucking whip. Caduceus is a little bit. Can we, if I change to Caduceus, can I equip everything and light roll? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, menus. Yeah, there we go. So that 1 point difference between the shields was the difference between medium rolling and light rolling. God, this game. Can I remember where the lizard is? Oh, there he is. Oi. Get back here. I don't know what weapons I'm using yet. I might need you. God, apparently in Dark Souls 2 and 3, the lizards, like, if you knock them off a ledge, like, say I knocked it over the ledge down here and it went into the pit, they take their drops with them, rather than it automatically getting put in your inventory. That sounds like the fucking worst. They rehearsed that for months. Alright, come on, Taurus. Let's get you over with too. Should we do the plunging attack? Yeah, let's do the plunging attack. I'm not sure if this is actually a good idea or not. Like, it feels like it's probably a bad idea. Because after you run off here, you're then, like, stuck in the corner. Which is not really where you'd want to be, ever. I mean, oh, no, yeah, see, there we go. The camera's kind of against you, and, like, it just feels like a bad place. Anyway, let's see how much damage this whip does. Oh, Christ. Jesus. Calm down. Fucking terrible. Dagger is almost guaranteed to be better. Yeah, another very easy boss as long as you don't get greedy. And you know, to be fair, even if you do get greedy. If you climb up onto that tower, he'll actually follow you. And that's the single worst place you can fight this guy, because he's more likely to, like, sweep you off the edge every time he hits you. So I wouldn't recommend that. If he does his stupid jumping attack, just roll under him. You'll end up on the safe side. Also known as his ass. This is just the same fight as Asylum Demon, basically. If you're seeing this game for the first time, first of all, I'm so sorry it had to be through me, but secondly, the bosses do get more interesting. To some degree. Ow. I shouldn't diss the boss, I'm dying to it. Because I'm not really paying attention. But let's kill him with the whip. There we go. I have successfully killed a boss with the whip. Was it worth it? Decide for yourselves. I'm not here to make decisions for you, Jesus Christ. Do I look like your mother? Yeah, let's get the dragon out of the way and then go see Sunbro. Hey, Solar. How you doing? Also, if you have played Bloodborne, this guy and fucking Psycho Alfred, same voice actor. Blah 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 blah. Jolly cooperation. You got anything else to say?
I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you gotta worship something, right? So, don't fight the dragon. Just don't do it. Even if you do come back when you're appropriately leveled, this thing is such a pain in the arse to kill, and it's not even worth it. All it does is drop 10,000 souls, which, by the time you're able to kill it, is not really that much, and it's not worth the amount of effort you have to put in. Anyway, let's see. We'll go... If I go 14, I can use Uchi, so probably should just do that. There's a better whip later on, isn't there? There's a notched whip you can get. I think you get that in the Painted Realm, maybe? Either way, let me show you a little thing you can do with this dragon. Once you go down and heal, if you come back up the top of the stairs, he'll breathe fire on the soldiers again, and then kill them all. For a nice little chunk of souls each time. So, if you were interested in grinding early on, this is one of the better ways of doing it. But there's another very easy grinding spot coming up, which might be more practical in the long term. Alright, now I'm medium rolling. Yeah. Or I'm medium rolling either way. Yeah. If I take the knife off. No, if I take Uchigatana, I'm medium rolling. Okay, I mean, I guess stick with these two for the time being then. That's the game's way of telling me use the damn whip. Uchigatana's fun. It's like kind of a nice standard katana. You keep the bleed effect as well, so very nice to have early game. So there's two ways you can bypass this dragon. Most people probably know this already. Don't know why I'm turning into a fucking game fac. So you can go under here, and there's like a big pile of rats in that corridor. As soon as I get this guy out of the way. My dude, I'm not fighting you over there. I'm not fighting you on that narrow ledge. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, there's a pile of rats over here. Kind of a pain this early on because they inflict poison, which you're not really going to have a cure for unless you were an idiot like me and went through Blighttown. And yeah, you can climb up that ladder and come out the other side, but if you do that, then you lose access to, first of all, an easy shortcut, and second of all, the bonfire. Which is a nice, helpful bonfire to have because it's in a really convenient location. So I'm going to show you another way of doing that, which you may already know about, but maybe you don't. Maybe this is your first time. In which case, welcome. These games are very fun. I'm going to have to use the fucking crossbow, aren't I? Yeah, that's fine. Or even it's the crossbow. Oh, never mind, he came down. So normally what I was going to suggest you do is you shoot him with something, either a bow and arrow or a crossbow or a knife or just some form of projectile, and that will make him come down onto the bridge. At which point you can then run under him without him breathing fire on you and activate the bonfire. Doing so makes him fuck off temporarily, but he will come back. I thought I picked up the crossbow, did I just not? Or am I missing it completely? I guess I didn't pick up the crossbow. Yeah, because I don't have any bolts. Okay. Must have forgotten it. Am I going to go back? No. This staircase over here, this links up to that little tunnel where the rats were before, so that's what I meant when I said you miss out on the bonfire, because the lever to open that gate's on the other side. Anyway, let's get this dick out of the way. The enemies over here are a fair bit tankier than what you've seen so far. There's a couple of other guys loitering around the corners too. That boar up there is a bit of a problem this early in the game, especially when you're using shitty little daggers. Trying not to alert boar. Oh, no, he's seen me. If the boar sees you, best place to go is up here, because he can't make it up this staircase. You probably want to come up here anyway, because the crossbow guys are sitting on a platform here, and they will harass you when you try and kill the boar. So, best just to get these guys out of the way. Oh yeah, clearly, yeah, that was a hit that I should take. Oh yeah. Stick it right up there. Why? I don't think I ever noticed there was like a drop over here before. Suppose I never really thought to look. Right, are all the soldiers dead? Yeah, they're all dead. Okay, so the boar. Easiest way of dealing with this guy is get his attention and lure him over to this fire. because the boar is hideously weak to fire, and the AI will not hesitate to stand in there and slowly cook to death. What's great too is you can kind of attract his attention through this little opening in the staircase, and then he'll get bored and wander off, probably through the fire in the process. So, it's a little jank, but it works. He's not the only enemy we're going to be boiling alive. Though I guess in this case it's not boiling, it's more like broiling. Ow. It's also covered in very thick armor that you're not going to deal with this early in the game. There's a chance it can drop a fairly good piece of armor when it dies actually, but the odds are not in your favor. Anyway, up here is another interesting friend. This is another Black Knight. I believe it's a Black Knight. And we don't want to fight him up there, because if we fight him up there, then we're going to be in a very small enclosed space and he's going to beat the shit out of us, so let's get him out here. And personally, I like to use this burning corpse as opposed to the other burning corpse. And lure him into the flames a few times, ideally with your shield up. There we go. In case you're not sure what happened there, we did win. You know, I genuinely was about to waste one of my divine blessings there because I couldn't be bothered to walk back the 10-second journey to the bonfire. That's how fucking lazy I am sometimes. Oh yeah. It's always tempting to, like, underestimate enemies in this game, because you look at them and you think, oh, he's all slow and pathetic, but then, like, they get a couple of lucky swings, and then you get dogpiled by, like, a couple of them all at once, and then suddenly you're dead. Suddenly you're dead. These hollows are, like, notorious for that. There's a section coming up with, like, 200 of these fucking guys in a really small space, and they're not any stronger than the standard hollows you've been fighting up until that point, but just because it's a narrow corridor and you're vastly outnumbered, pretty easy to die there. Pretty easy to die. So we watched the Mario movie for my partner's birthday. It was okay. I mean, it's the sort of film where, like, you don't really go into it expecting a literary masterpiece. It was fine. It was fun. Funny enough. I mean, it's the best Illumination film that I've seen, which, granted, isn't saying very much. It's a bit like saying, you know, you'd rather die of the plague than die of gonorrhea. But it was fine. It was funny enough. The voice work was, like, maybe a little bit better than I was expecting. Seth Rogen was fucking terrible, but he always is, so nothing surprising there. It was fun. It was kind of just a light-hearted, goofy thing. Kids will probably love it. The kids will eat that film up. Even the ones that know nothing about Mario and couldn't give a shit. They'll just enjoy it because it's fun. And to be fair, they're the ones it's made for. So it's not made for, like, curmudgeonly 30-year-olds to analyze and write papers on. Although maybe it is, because, I mean, there's a lot of blatant nostalgia pandering in that film. Oh my god, this fucking guy. And he knocked me off. Dick. Come on, buddy. Too busy talking about the Mario movie. Apparently I can't think and talk about the Mario movie at the same time. Wow, this guy is, not taking a lot of damage from my little dagger. Please don't die. Please don't die to the fucking Baller Knight. There we go. Made me climb all the way back up though, didn't he? So, really, which one of us had the last laugh? I remember hearing a couple of reviews, going back to the stupid Mario movie, a couple of reviews talking about the fact that, like, some of the references and nods to continuity were alienating for people not familiar with the series. But my question to that is, who would watch the Mario movie if they weren't already at least vaguely familiar with the subject matter? Right? It's the same thing that comes up with, like, Pokemon and other long-running franchises. It's like, I feel like these things are ingrained enough in popular culture where most people at least have a superficial understanding of what the concept entails. Like, you don't have to be intimately familiar with the series to know that Mario is about, like, an Italian plumber and involves mushrooms. You know, I feel like as long as you haven't lived under a fucking rock, you probably at least know that much. Same with Pokemon, like, you know that it's about cartoon animals that you capture inside balls. This isn't a fucking baller night here, speaking of balls. Are they baller nights or balder nights? I don't remember. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Dying inside trying to fight these guys. There we go. Should've just done that in the first place. I think in my head I was trying to, I just wasn't putting in enough effort. Bye. Down to see the blacksmith or through the parish. If I go through the parish, I have to fight the fucking Tower Knight. I don't know if I've got it in me to fight the Tower Knight. Let's open up the shortcut. Oh yeah! I like to imagine every time I do that, the groaning just gets louder and more erotic. Wonder what my neighbors will think. Ooh, halberd. I don't normally go with the halberd. In fact, I don't think I've ever actually used this, literally ever. 16 strength. I can get to 16 strength. Maybe I'll try the halberd. It would be a bit different from what I normally use. My preferred weapon in this game, for the record, would probably be, like, Great Scythe, honestly. I'm more into dex weapons than strength weapons. But hey, give me an Ascended Pyromancy Flame, and I'm happy. 9 times out of 10, unless I'm doing some sort of challenge run, I will pick the Pyromancer, because he starts with the best thing in the game. Oh yeah, Tower Knight. Yeah, let's get this guy out of the way. He's just gonna sit here otherwise. Come on, Sunshine. I'll fight you out here. Wait, I've got black fire bombs. What am I doing? Somewhere. Can I be bothered to thumble? You know what I mean. Can you backstab this dick? Or is he too thick? I think he might be too thick. Something tells me this is not a good idea. I see this ending badly. Oh, no, you can bleed. No, you can bleed. Oh, don't be a twat. Ugh. Took so long to make him bleed. Why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to this? Oh, come on, how many heals does he have? For the love of God. Oh, there we go, finally blood again. Oh, thank Christ. Could not have spent any longer on that if I tried. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I think when we resort to that, it's probably time to end the stream. But this has been fun. Will I continue this playthrough? I don't know. Depends if people watch it or not. Well, no. It depends if people watch it and if people want me to continue it. I don't know. What did we even call this character? Billy? Yeah. The Adventures of Billy can continue another time if people would enjoy such things. Anyway, that's enough for now. Look forward to when I upload again in about 10 months' time. And that's being optimistic.